and ask ourselves, are the people I'm following going where I want to go? Let me tell you the story of what we might call the average young man in our society. At the time this boy is born, there's only one thing on earth he can do, and that's to begin to think, act, and talk like the people by whom he's surrounded. There's no one word he can do. But right off the bat, the odds are 95 to 5 that he's thinking, acting, and talking like the wrong group. They're wonderful people. They love him. They do anything in the world for him. They want him to succeed. But the odds are 95 to 5. They haven't got the answers he needs if he's to reach fulfillment as a human being. If he's to reach the success that he wants. If he's to reach into these deep reservoirs of better the ingenious we know he possesses and draw it out. Well, he starts in school. The most important thing the little boy in school is to be liked by the other little boys in school. And so at this tender age, he begins to follow other little boys his same age who don't know any more than he knows and who do not necessarily have any capacity for leadership. And he does this in the first grade, and the second, and the third, and the fourth, and the fifth, and the sixth, and the seventh, and the eighth. And year after year after year, he forms himself into a composite average of other little boys his age, trying to be like them. That is the only thing that is impossible for a human being to do, which is to be like somebody else. So he goes all the way through school. He's been in the military service. Again, he started a vice-like grip of conformity. So let's say 25 years old, out of school, out of service, 50 years old. Yeah, he'll go back to his hometown. Unless he's married, in which case he'll go to his wife's hometown. Let's say he goes back to his own hometown. He's single. He doesn't know quite what to do. He's standing on a corner one morning, and a friend that he knew in school comes up and says, "Hi there, Charlie, what are you doing?" He said, "Nothing." He said, "Well, let's come down with that one." But he can play, so he's regular. He does. He has a friend to speak on, and so he does. I'll go back again, 95 to 5, but his first job is taken as a result of random application. On the job, without thinking about it, the most natural thing in the world for him to do is to look around, see how the other guys are doing their job, and begin doing his the same way, assuming that what is normal for them is normal for him. No reason for this. He doesn't think about it, he just does it. Now, he has something in front of him, 50 years or more in the golden age that man has been dreaming of since the days of ancient Greece. What's he going to do with these 50 golden years? Well, let's take a close look at it. We know that he works 40 hours a week as a rule. 40 hours a week, which leaves him 72 hours a week when he's neither working nor sleeping. 72 free discretionary hours each week to do with as he pleases. Now, at this point, of course, he's married. He has his little house, his little car. And this is about what he does with his free 72 hours every week. He'll do what the other fellows are doing with their free 72 hours every week, which is virtually nothing at all. On a typical day, he'll quit right on the dot, get in his little car, go to his little house, go in his little kitchen, kiss his little wife, and say, "I'm tired." They've even figured out why he says that. The experts believe that he used to hear his father say that back when men used to get tired working during the day, and he picked it up and he repeats this every night when he gets home. He bolts his little meal and then heads for the living room where he turns on his escape box. Click. Takes 15 or 20 seconds for the screen to light up. A period of time he finds interminable, but he gets through it somehow. Maybe takes the dog, it comes through a magazine or something. Then the screen lights up and he does too a little bit, and there in front of him, he sees people in all kinds of funny old-time costumes, all killing each other at a great rate. One expert has agreed that the average family can see more death and bloodshed and carnage on his television set in a week than Francis saw when he crucified 6,000 prisoners on the southern road to Rome. But you know how those experts are. He could certainly be off one or two. But he sits there for about 5.5 or 6 hours, 25% of all free time.
Hey, good morning, everybody. We're about to get started in the next few minutes. Just make sure you stay tuned in, stay plugged in. I'm sending out some messages right now, letting people know that we are having the show today. So if you guys wouldn't mind doing me a favor, just send this out to a couple people. Let them know that we are still live, still direct, and still in full effect. I appreciate each and every one of y'all for tuning in. Welcome to Coffee and Crypto, and we'll get started in the next few minutes. Let's get it.
Now is spent in front of the tube, according to the latest statistic. Now, there's nothing wrong with this particularly, except that he's watching other people who are earning excellent income in the pursuit of their careers. Well, he doesn't make a nickel. I guess the only two things you can get from watching TV on that kind of a schedule, you get red eyes and a hollow head. Now, this is not meant to be an indictment of television. I've got a couple of television sets at home, too. I have a couple of cars at home, too, but I can go night and out on the clock for 6 hours. There's someplace I want to go. Fine, my car hit. There was a great program. I had lost in. I did not think I would see it. He just there for 6.5 hours until finally his wife was a little more practical. And he looked up and he told me, he said, Tony, I think it's about time you went to bed. You've got to get up in the morning and go to work. He's okay. And he shut it off. He knows how to do that. He just shut it off. Next morning he gets up and he does this all over again. He does this every day for 40 years. At the end of 40 years, he's retired, which always kind of catches you by surprise. No one's ever figured that one out either. And then he dies at 85 or 90 the way medical.
Yo, what is going on? Welcome to Coffee and Crypto. Let me come on up here to the front. Welcome to the call. And if you guys can hear me right now, if there's any lag, just let me know. But if you guys can hear me, just drop a 7 or drop a coffee emoji or drop something in the chat box. I was just sending out some messages, last minute messages, just letting everybody know that we are still live, direct, and in full effect on Coffee and Crypto. Welcome to the show. All right, today's call probably will be a little smaller of a group today, just because I know it's the end of the holiday and you know, everybody's probably still traveling, doing what they're doing. So if you're catching this video later on YouTube, I just want to say I appreciate you for checking out the replay. And then also, if you are watching this live on YouTube, please make sure you smash the subscribe button. Also smash the like button. It just helps us with the algorithm. And yeah, we're getting started here in the next few minutes. Well, actually, we're getting started here right now. So welcome to Coffee and Crypto. Today's call is episode number 67. So we're 67 episodes in with Coffee and Crypto. And I'm just grateful to really have the ability to come on here and just show you guys the research that we're putting in, right? Us doing our due diligence each and every single week. There's a lot of information that's still coming out within the cryptocurrency space. If it's your first time on Coffee and Crypto, I want to say welcome, okay? Welcome to the call. Definitely want to say hope that you enjoy. Hopefully you'll continue to come back. You'll subscribe to our YouTube channel and you just stay plugged in with us. All right. So we do have a culture here. Our culture is if you enjoy something, if you find value, if you like something, if you're like, ooh, that was a good portion of the video, just go ahead and grab that coffee emoji on your phone inside those emojis and just drop that coffee emoji whenever you like something. And that just lets me know that I'm doing a good job. And it also lets the crowd know that you're enjoying what you're getting here. All right. So with that being said, if you guys don't mind, make sure y'all go and drop that link inside of our Discord group. That way everybody knows that we're here. And also make sure that you drop it inside of any Telegram groups or anything else that you have, because sharing is caring. So with that, we're gonna go ahead and dive into today's content. All right, we're gonna stay bullish today. All right, so the very first thing that I want to talk about was a video that I posted on my Instagram. It did pretty well, got some good views. And so this is from Crypto Eerie on Twitter. It talks about the motive behind the confidential committee. Will the XRP retail holder be able to tender into the deal or accredited investors only? What is the minimum amount to participate? Will the NFT be registered as security? Will the NFT value be based on the 2030 XRP price projection? All right, so these are questions that Crypto Eerie had for these gentlemen. However, I'm going to play this video because I thought it was pretty interesting. Actually, let me reload this video really fast and then we'll be able to play it. Here we go.
What is the purpose, the motive behind this XRP confidential committee?
Yeah, well, a lot of people recall last year we went through a process to try to come up with an independent third-party valuation and then propose terms to the federal government to engage in some type of a transaction with us relating to our XRP. So we went through that process. We proposed the terms, had very limited engagement with them, and a lot has changed in the past year. You know, now we know about all the corruption that's been at the SEC. We know about the corruption in FTX, and they're paying off of politicians. You know, with all this knowledge, it felt like it was the time to come back, reconstitute a committee, and even do a more thorough job than we did back in 2021. Well, then we have 3 people that are on a technology implementation subcommittee that are really looking at how do we implement from a technological standpoint the actual transaction. So They'll look at things like when a participating token holder tenders into the deal, should they get an NFT back? And it's the NFT that actually receives the consideration, kind of like a receipt, like a digital receipt. So they're working on that right now. Three, people the community knows, like super sophisticated technical guys, very experienced in network development and all this kind of stuff. I think what they'll do once they kind of structurally decide how they want to implement it is put it out to bid, and then we'll go to potential liquidating agents and say, would you like to participate in this transaction? So it could be people like PolySign, JP Morgan, firms like that.
Awesome. So it seems like to me the retail holder of these different digital assets, these different cryptocurrencies, I've been saying it, and I know that you all know it as well, but there are so many use cases, right, for crypto. There's so many use cases for blockchain technology, more than just financial. I tell people that, in my opinion, even if cryptocurrency was banned in the financial sector, right, even if it was banned in the financial sector, there's so many other revolutionary ways that this technology can disrupt other sectors around the world. It's not just about finances. It's not just about the financial sector, but it's really about everything, right? I mean, literally real estate. He was talking like, and I'll play the video again because some people just came in. So let me play this video for you all, and then I'll kind of explain. But NFTs, non-fungible tokens, will be the receipts, right? The receipts of your future. You won't get physical receipts anymore. They will give you receipts in a NFT form. All right. But listen, I'm gonna play this video one more time because I know we got people that are still kind of plugging in.
What is the purpose, the motive behind this XRP confidential committee?
Yeah, well, a lot of people recall last year we went through a process to try to come up with an independent third-party valuation and then propose terms to the federal government to engage in some type of a transaction with us relating to our XRP. So we went through that process. We proposed the terms. Had very limited engagement with them, and a lot has changed in the past year. Now we know about all the corruption that's been at the SEC. We know about the corruption at FTX, and they're paying off of politicians. With all this knowledge, it felt like it was the time to come back, reconstitute a committee, and even do a more thorough job than we did back in 2021. Well, then we have three people that are on a technology implementation subcommittee that are really looking at how do we implement from a technological standpoint the actual transaction. So they'll look at things like when a participating token holder tenders into the deal, should they get an NFT back? And it's the NFT that actually receives the consideration, kind of like a receipt, like a digital receipt. So they're working on that right now. Three, people the community knows, like super sophisticated technical guys, very experienced in network development and all this kind of stuff. I think what they'll do once they kind of structurally decide how they want to implement it is put it out to bid. And then we'll go to potential liquidating agents and say, would you like to participate in this transaction? So it could be people like PolySign, JP Morgan, firms like that.
Awesome. So XRP, Ripple, the company Ripple has huge plans because on the XRP ledger, there is something that's called, I believe it's XLS20. Get me right in the chat box if I'm wrong on that, but I believe it's XLS20, which is the NFT sector of the XRP ledger. All right. And so there's going to be so many transactions that will be ran through the XLS20 sector of the NFT space for XRP and for the world. Now, JV, who's a gentleman that I follow on Instagram, he posted these videos here, and I thought that they were pretty good. So I wanted to show you all these videos, but this video was published a year ago. from Simon Dixon. Who is Simon Dixon? Simon Dixon is an angel investor. He's a Bitcoin maximist. Okay, so you have to realize that when it comes to, Bitcoin maxis, they love Bitcoin. So when it comes to other coins, they're not going to be as knowledgeable on other asset classes. But this is from Simon Dixon. This was a year ago. And he talks about in this video, is XRP a security because of Ripple? All right, today's show is going to be heavy on XRP. All right, I got a lot of XRP news, a lot of things have come out, new partnerships, different stuff like that. Shout out to Michael Branch. But I'm gonna go ahead and let this video ride.
The person that created the XRP cryptocurrency, and then over time it started to develop this technology. Actually, the original version of the technology was trying to support a settlement layer between banks and disrupt SWIFT. Then the cryptocurrency came a little bit later. So the interesting thing is that the company maintained approximately 60% of the supply of XRP. When we sold a token at Bank to the Future, we had to sell it in compliance with securities laws, because you don't want the token to be an actual security, because then it can't trade on cryptocurrency exchanges. If it can't trade on cryptocurrency exchanges, then you don't get to be involved with most of the community that's trading on these cryptocurrency exchanges. But when the company didn't sell them in compliance with securities laws, it created this interesting dynamic, which is what the SEC is contending with right now. And that is, if the company owns the majority of the tokens, it's when they start selling them that it starts to cause some of the challenges. And Ripple quite aggressively started selling some of these tokens and drawing it down as revenue. But when companies sell tokens, what the common practice is now is that if you want the token to be true utility and true value and have utility in trade on currency exchange, then if you're ever selling it to people that are investing in it, then you sell a contract that gives people entitlement to those tokens, was a model that evolved. And then you can file that with the SEC and you can sell them in compliance with securities laws, but you can't sell them to anybody and then they can't buy them and then dump them on the exchanges and all sorts of stuff. So there's certain restrictions there. So the question is, XRP a security? Well, I think what is going to be really interesting is what happens with the case against the SEC. So obviously Ripple Labs, the company, are disputing that it's a security because they want to use it as a settlement layer between this technology. They got technology that's trying to create a settlement between banks and improve the clunky, disgusting world of international payments. And they have technology that doesn't require XRP, and then some technology that does require XRP. But I think when they started to go in murky grounds is when they started to sell these tokens as if they were cryptocurrencies that were held by inventory. And now we get this massive speculation, because the challenging part of that is the cryptocurrency exchanges, the vast majority of them, in fact, all of them, do not have licenses in order to sell securities. At Bank to the Future, we've been working for a long time on being able to sell securities, and it can't be open to everybody. It's got restrictions and it's got all sorts of challenges in complying with global securities laws. And so the exchanges then started to take their risk profile of, well, if the SEC is trying to claim that XRP is a security, and therefore we need to delist XRP, and therefore we need to delist XRP. And as exchanges started to delist it because they don't have a license, it can, people are saying, well, it can rebuild itself if it is classified as a security. But as we know, if you look at the security token market right now, it is not open to everybody. It's highly restricted. Transfers are, very challenging. And you have to comply with securities laws, which is a nascent industry, but a very early industry and a lot smaller than the cryptocurrency market. So if that is the case, then we get all sorts of interesting scenarios. And so that's why the XRP cryptocurrency went from being the third largest by market cap, and it's now been sliding down under Tether and under Polkadot, which is a rising star in, I guess, the alternative blockchains trying to compete with Ethereum. So the security case is a very important case. And then people start to think, well, if it is a security in the US, then it may not be a security outside US, which can be correct, because the definition of a security in the US is what's known and defined in case law by the Howey test. And the Howey test says that if you are selling with the expectation, where people have a reasonable expectation of returns in a common enterprise, the giving of money with the expectation of returns, then they deem it to be a security. And so most people would agree that they are purchasing XRP not to use, but to actually invest in, and then you create these interesting dynamics. But then the challenge is if you say, well, it's not a security in the US, or it is a security in the US, but it's not a security outside the US, then you create the need for everyone to, so if you said, well, let's restrict US, but how are cryptocurrency exchanges going to do that? And how are people going to do that on DEXs? Have to introduce KYC, and this is why security tokens have to know who the customer is, and they bake it into the protocol, which very much changes the dynamics of what it is. So it's a very important case for the company, but the reason I'm a shareholder in the company is because it's not dependent upon XRP, the cryptocurrency, and so therefore that's why I don't own the tokens. That's just me personally. You could do the same, whatever your financial, I can't give financial advice, so whatever you do is up to you. But that is one of the interesting stories. But
So, I mean, this was a year ago. This was not a recent video, but we talked about it multiple times on the show as to, you know, if XRP is deemed a security, but it's not deemed a security, if it's deemed security in the US, but it's not deemed a security outside of the US, then what happens to us investors in the US? And, you know, for me, you still hold it. I hold it in my ledger. You know, you don't have to live in the United States. You could move somewhere else where you could use your XRP. It's not going to be deemed illegal. It's just the fact that they're giving it a hard time here in the United States because of what the technology truly does for the planet. Okay. Now, I guess I'll play this. There's a few videos, but I'll play this last one right here because he talks about if XRP is security, then Bitcoin is not necessarily the case. Let's listen to this part of what he was talking about.
But that is one of the interesting stories. But what will that be used and how does it relate to Bitcoin? Well, you're going to get lots of stories about how people are saying, well, if XRP is a security, then Bitcoin's a security. But that's definitely not the case. And it shows the importance of what makes Bitcoin so unique over other cryptocurrencies is that they're not connected with a party. And that party was not selling those tokens. And it was created in a unique time called the Immaculate Conception when nobody actually cared. There was no price and so forth. And so therefore, it avoided many of these situations that new tokens that get launched are doing. The other thing is the implications it has in the DeFi, decentralized finance space. A lot of tokens have been launched in the decentralized finance space as governance tokens, but most people are speculating on those, giving money with the expectation of returns in something that might be connected with a common enterprise. And so this has implications for the decentralized finance tokens. And I do think that the SEC will use this as their major case. And then they will start to probably enforce crackdowns on some of these decentralized finance tokens. So when they're using these tokens and issuing these tokens, it can cause challenging situations, which is why in the end, it comes down to an integration with the security token concept and baking that into the chain, which is where probably a lot of this ends up going and driving more innovation in the truly decentralized space, but without necessarily the tokens. So we'll see where that one goes.
All right. So moving on, and I just want to show you guys this came out. This is the looking back on 5 years of real-time payments. This was from Payments and the Clearinghouse. So we know that all cross-border payments, all payments period, have to go through what's called the Clearinghouse here in the US, all right, to make sure that it can be cleared. And so this was a document that was placed. And so they're going back 5 years. And so what's inside? They're talking about real-time payments become table stakes for countries worldwide. Okay, the real-time payments or RTP network celebrates its 5th birthday. The RTP network reaches 62% of demand deposit accounts in the US, and 289 banks and credit unions leverage the network for instant payments. Okay, number 14. Marking the milestones and impact of the RTP network. So they talk about that in this article as well. Number 20, implementing real-time payments offers range of benefits. This one here talks about JP Morgan hints the real-time payments network could disrupt cross-border payments. Okay, so this is the full article on it. Okay, real-time payments become table stakes for countries worldwide. Okay, it talks about Europe has more than half of the world's real-time payment enabled markets, with 20 different nations now using the single euro payments area, SEPA, instant credit transfer scheme. Countries not in this system include Russia, Sweden, and Switzerland. Okay, so countries around the world see varying levels of daily real-time payments. India seeing $70 million a day. All right, China seeing 43 million. So these are the two biggest and largest contributors or participants in the real-time payment sector of what's happening with instant payments. Okay, it says that U.S. businesses enjoy numerous benefits from real-time payment implementation. 51.2%. All right, portion of business reporting improved cash flow. 51.2% of U.S. businesses, so more than half, have seen over the last 5 years, okay, improved cash flow in their business from using the real-time payments system. Okay. The real-time payments network has seen substantial growth since its launch in 2017 and is expected to continue this growth over the next half decade. 1.8 billion number of real-time transactions in the US in 2022. So in 2022, we saw 1.8 billion transactions. That's a lot of transactions. Okay. And we're looking to scale by 2026 to 8.9 billion. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. If I sound a little crazy, I have a lot of I'm a little under the weather, but I still have to make sure that we did this call today no matter what, because the markets don't care about us being under the weather. All right. Now, 289 banks are using the RTP network as of 2022. Now, why is that a thing? Okay. The year 2020 was certainly a banner year for the RTP network. The COVID-19 pandemic irrevocably heightened consumers' expectations for instant payments and streamlined digital experiences. Why? Because fiat money is gross, it's nasty, and it carries germs. That's what they said. So obviously, after that happened, people were sitting at home and they wanted to do what? They wanted to shop on Amazon. They wanted to to send money digitally. Like if you're trapped at home and you need to send money to your family members, people are sending money through these payment rails. So the real-time payment network became a huge thing after COVID. Okay, let's keep going. It says that recent expansion of the RTP network's functionalities. So cross-border payments, which is a huge, what do you call it? Utility or a huge use case for the XRP token, okay, for cross-border payments are a particularly interesting use case for expanding functionalities with TCH working with the EBA clearing and SWIFT to develop instant international payments in a joint initiative. The pilot, dubbed Immediate Cross-Border Payments, IXB, was launched in October and introduced in phases to accommodate 25 FIs on both sides of the Atlantic. Okay, so this, I'm not going to go through this entire thing. However, this is what's happening. And then JP Morgan hints the RTP network could disrupt cross-border payments. Now, I was digging yesterday, and I actually want to show you guys something that I found. And this wasn't actually a part of the show today, but it popped in my mind, and I was actually watching this yesterday. So I want to show you guys what I saw yesterday. So there's this company, okay? It's called Partier, okay? Partier, okay? Now I'm going to show you their launch video here in a second, but I want to go to their website really fast, and I'm going to show you all who Partier is. Okay, now this was kind of interesting to me because JP Morgan and some of the largest banks, they're actually partnering with Partier. And so if you look at this, and we'll talk about who Partier is, you got DBS on, you got JP Morgan on, you got MAS on. MAS, I forget exactly who MAS is, but this also is a huge regulator in the space. But let's go to Partier. Okay. And so the question that I saw on Twitter, I found this on Twitter yesterday, but they were talking about how this company could be the company that could give Ripple a run for its money. Okay. So Partier, faster, more secure cross-border value transfers. Okay. And so the point of this, to show you guys this, is because of the fact that it's not always what we want to see. And I was a little let down by seeing this. However, I got to still keep my faith in XRP because I really believe and I know that from the partnerships, this is it. But you got big banks like JP Morgan that are partnering with this platform called Partier, and they're pretty much doing the same thing. Our core technology includes DLT, smart contracts, and distributed applications. We work with commercial banks, central banks, value add service partners, and technology partners. Okay. Let's see. Looks like they also have some connection to DBS Bank. which is the same connection that Ripple also has a connection with, right? So this right here kind of threw a little wrench in everything yesterday for me. And I'm like, yo, this is absolutely insane to see this. So at the forefront of the new digital economy, a global independent company born from industry collaboration, Partier was founded in 2021 by Temasek Holdings, JP Morgan, and DBS. So these are the three companies, large whales, that have created this. And we also know that JP Morgan has created their own coin. Okay, so again, I just wanted to show you all kind of new technology that's coming out. I went and looked to see if Partier had a token. It doesn't, not that I could find. So if I find more information on this, I'll let you guys know. Or if you find anything, let me know. But I thought it was pretty interesting because JP Morgan, right, is on this, and they're talking about real-time payments, cross-border payments. And then you got this company right here, Partier, which they didn't actually talk about it here. However, right, you still see that the big players may have another initiative. Okay, so let's continue to push forward. Now, Fidelity, okay, Fidelity has entered the metaverse. Okay, Fidelity has entered the metaverse. And so even through what's happening with the bear market going on in cryptocurrency right now, okay, we still see huge players like JP Morgan, like Fidelity, all right, that are still plugging into this market. So I want you guys to see this new experience. Fidelity is has a new immersive educational metaverse experience, the Fidelity Stack in Decentraland. Okay, so if you own Decentraland, which I have a little bit, I know that there's a couple people who have some Decentraland. Okay, maybe this will bring more bullishness to the Decentraland token or to the Decentraland ecosystem. We know that Decentraland is huge. Snoop Dogg has built a metaverse in Decentraland. Nike, quite a few companies have built their metaverses inside of Decentraland. So let's listen to this video right here and kind of see what their plans are with JP Morgan.
At Fidelity, we're all about engaging and informing a new generation of investors. And it's taking us to some exciting places.
Sorry, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me reshare my screen. All right. Here we go.
Places. Introducing the Fidelity Stack, only in Decentraland. It's not our first metaverse rodeo, but we are the first brokerage firm to have an immersive educational metaverse experience. The Fidelity Stack is gamified, interactive, and educational, where you can learn about the metaverse, investing basics, and our new Fidelity Metaverse ETF. So drop in, cut loose, and share your thoughts. We're evolving right along with Web3 to continue driving innovative financial experiences. See you in the metaverse.
Wow. So this is their new metaverse. They give you the coordinates so you can enter their metaverse at -2728. So that's their coordinates on their map. Okay, but this is what's happening. Okay, Fidelity in the metaverse, Fidelity on Discord. All right, so they are going completely digital to start educating people, and we'll see not just Fidelity, but we'll see major universities. If you guys don't remember, I'll show you again. But like I said before, all right, this is bigger than just the financial sector. This is about education. All right, I don't know if you all saw this, but I'm gonna play this. Well, actually, here we go. This is from Afrotech, but Morehouse College here in Atlanta, okay, they also are offering classes in the metaverse, right? Morehouse College. Let's play the video. Well, actually, this video looks kind of long.
Morehouse alumni. So
I won't play this video. However, they are entering the metaverse. And it was all over the Atlanta news. So the metaverse is really becoming a thing. All right. And so Fidelity is this is an article that Michael Branch I saw on Twitter. It says Fidelity shrugs off crypto bear market, files NFT metaverse crypto trading patents. Okay, moving forward, you also got banking giant HSBC, who files trademarks for a wide range of digital currency and metaverse products. Okay, so HSBC as well, no matter what, we're in a bear market right now. All this FTX news, this, that, and the third, all this negative stuff is going on, but these large companies are still creating patents and trademarks in regards to this new technology. And they actually filed this trademark December 15th of 2022. All right, so literally just happened. So they filed that trademark for its name and logo. The applications indicate plans for digital media backed by NFTs, virtual currency exchange and transfers, and virtual credit card processing. So companies are still pushing forward no matter what. All right. Then another article that I got from Michael Branch, Ripple partner launches a near instant cross-border P2P payments with Visa. This came out December 27th. So this happened today. All right. So D-Money, which is the company, will offer Visa customers in Thailand near instant cross-border payments. Again, going back to this article, real-time payments. It's becoming a huge talk. It's literally the biggest thing that's happening in the financial sector right now. All right. It says the service will launch in 2023. Despite the promotion of this partnership by XRP influencers, it bears mentioning that this partnership uses Visa Direct, not Ripple's on-demand liquidity service, which utilizes the XRP ledger. Okay, so but D-Money is is a Ripple partner. And this is the article from March 18th of 2020 in regards to D-Money. It says, and this is on the Ripple website, it says D-Money partners with Ripple to power faster and cheaper cross-border money transfers. Okay, this is coming out of Thailand. This is one of the behemoths, one of the biggest remittance players inside of Thailand. All right, it's a non-bank institution. Okay, non-banking institution. Okay. Let's see. Do I have anything else to show y'all? Honestly, that's really it. That's really all I have for y'all today, man. I know today's call was kind of short and to the point, but even through how I'm feeling, I wanted to make sure that I still was able to hop on here, bring y'all some value, allow you to see what is going on in the cryptocurrency space, some of the new partnerships that's out there, some of the new things dealing with metaverse and everything like that. So hopefully you guys got some value today. If you are live on YouTube, please make sure that you smash the like button. And what I want to do is just open up the call. Y'all know how I like to do any Q&A. If anybody has any questions, anything you like, learned, or loved today, feel free to raise your hand and we'd love to hear from you. And I also want to say welcome to our newest people who's tuning in on Zoom. Hollis, met Hollis yesterday at the gym. Great guy. And then also Jonathan. Jonathan, want to say shout out to Jonathan, met him on IG, but he's also plugged in with us here. So I want to say welcome to both of you all as well. I appreciate you for taking the time this morning to be on the show, and hopefully you'll continue to come back as we continue to unfold what's happening in the cryptocurrency space. So if there's anybody that wants to share anything, I would love to hear from you guys, man. What did y'all learn this year? Like, for the new people, I would love for just to hear from some people who's been with us for a while, kind of what you appreciate about this. Like, we're literally like this might be the last show. I think we got one more show before the new year. I just want to hear from you guys. If you don't mind, any people that's been on the show for a while, we've been doing this since March or February. Would love to just hear from you all so that they can also hear what you all experienced this year. So if there's anybody, please raise your hand. Would love to hear from anybody inside of the Zoom that would like to participate. Okay, we got Miss Zuli. Is there anybody else that would like to pop in and just share, what you're grateful for, what you're appreciative of from this year? Man, listen, guys, I ain't missed the episode this whole year. Like I literally have not missed the episode this entire year of Coffee and Crypto. So like with this being the end of the year, I would just love to hear from you all and just let me know what's going on. Like, let me know, you know, how you're appreciative. If you look, if you're not, it's all good. It's all good. All right. You got it, Ms. Zuli.
Thank you. Good morning. Good morning. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. All of that. Just wonderful to be able to be here and continue to connect even to the bitter end as we come to the end of 2022 and the start of 2023. You ask, what did we learn? What did I learn? What did I not learn? There's just so much bombarded with the information, just fantastic. Got my portfolio really straightened out. That was one thing that really accomplished this year. And thanks so much for your help in that. Just learning all about the different types of crypto. Of course, I just learned about the blockchain, getting myself into that space to really learn more. And your last session when you talked about the importance of women being in this space, and just had no idea how few there are compared to men. So that was opened my eyes even more so, because it was how important it is for us who are in the space to really push harder than ever in 2023, so that we can mentor particularly the younger generations, those that are following us. And then for me as an older individual, those that are being left behind, who already experienced poverty because just depending on Social Security only, instead that there's just so many other opportunities, as indicated last time as well. And we constantly learn that when the marketplace really goes like we see the downturn, this is the time for us to really become the wealthiest, not only in our families, but in the nation and the world, really. So nothing should stop us. And then this really up to us as individuals. And what I love about the space is that we have each other to support, and in the Discord and Telegram to be able to give each other, lift each other up. And that's what's really what will make us succeed, to constantly remind each other that we can lift each other up. There's no issue for negativity or to see looking from the negative side, but always giving a positive vibrations and energy to one another. So thank you.
Absolutely. Appreciate it, Ms. Zuli. And that was, and I think that was the biggest thing for me too, was just like the community, the unity that we have, the community. Like there's so many people, like if outside of this call, outside of the community, you have other crypto communities as well that's keeping each other. But outside of these communities, you're not going to get this type of energy. You're not going to get this type of love. You're not going to get this type of talk. It's only going to be focused on the negative things, the FTX and this, that, and the third, which are things to blind us. And so I just want to say I appreciate you, Ms. Zuli, for literally never missing. You haven't missed anything this year. So, you know, I want to say, I mean, maybe once, you know, down in Florida when you had the hurricane, but outside of that, you haven't missed anything this year. And I just want to say that I'm extremely grateful for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. As I owe you. Thank you. And the family here.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. Jarrell, you could come up, brother. Oops, hold up. I just messed up. There you go. I think you should be able to unmute. Are you able to unmute, Jarrell? Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna. I think Jarrell might be trying to get everything together on his end, so I'm gonna call on Tammy. Hold on. Here you go. My mom. Here you go. Okay.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And I want to wish everyone a happy new year and a very prosperous year this coming 2023. I'd like to take the time to give a huge thank you to you, Vincent, for all of your diligent hard work. I see you diving deep and preparing to give us all of this information that we are needing. I really truly appreciate it. I've enjoyed most this year, all the content, all of the guest speakers that you've had on your show. They've been a wealth of information as well. And as Ms. Zuli was saying, the Discord group, it's a way for us all to interact and be like a family. We have learned so very, very much. And I just want to really thank you for that. And I thank everyone for having this, being in this space so that we all can, be like a family and lean on each other in the times that we need and learn from each other. It's been amazing. And I look forward to so much more this coming year. Thank you. And God bless everyone.
Absolutely. Thank you too. And Jarrell, I think you can just unmute. Appreciate that, Mom. Jarrell, I think you can unmute now. Are you able to unmute, bro? I made it where you could just unmute. So you should, if you can't unmute, that's probably might be just your phone. But yeah, you should just be able to unmute. Billy, can you just unmute? I think Billy should be able to just unmute. Can you just unmute, Billy? Click unmute for me. Let me know. Can anybody unmute, or is it not working? Okay, there you go. You should be good now. There you go, Billy.
Hello.
Hey, Billy.
Hey. Hey guys, how are y'all? Man, tell you, kind of in and out of it this morning. Hey, look, I'm looking forward to next year, and I learned a lot this year, and sorry to be kind of weird this morning, but man, this deep diving is in this FUD and this all this lingo going on with the different coins and the things to buy these things on it. So it's not like you get the that, and it's so important to know what to do. Sometimes have some kind of way to ask questions, and
you breaking up.
I'm having some issues. It's probably just me talking, but having issues trying to find how to move coins and things. Just it's good to have somebody to lean on to ask those questions to.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's you can go to the Discord and ask the questions and wait for somebody to help you. It's better than having be on a chat somewhere and just hoping that somebody recognizes you. So it's just good to have a community to work with. So I'm excited to hear what you have coming up. And I guess you're gonna be here Thursday, are you?
Oh yeah, we still be here. We'll still be doing the episode on Thursday. Coffee and crypto don't stop. The rest of the schedule, we'll start back in the beginning of the year. But as far as trading and everything like that, but as far as this show goes, we'll be here.
Okay. Well,
awesome.
I'll see you then. I missed one this year since you started. I slept through it or something. But yeah, I've been around with you, so we're gonna do the next year just as well. Look forward to everything.
Let's keep it going.
New Year, everybody.
Absolutely. Happy New Year. Jarrell, it's on you.
I think it's working now. I had to come out and get back in. What's going on, big little bro?
Not big little bro.
Yeah, for sure. No, I just want to say I appreciate, all the hard work and dedication that you put in, and just really getting that information out there. It's been a wealth of information, things that I would have definitely missed. I do my own, just research in the background and whatnot, but I would definitely not have went as deep as you have or whatnot. And you made me really, really glad to hold on to my XRP. Because of the time that I liquidated a lot of my assets or whatnot for different reasons or whatnot. But I was like, let me hold on to this XRP, see what's up with it.
Yeah.
But I've been really just meditating on the, on the bear market scenario. And I believe that the term is thrown out so much. It's psychological just to put people, just in that fear state.
Yeah.
But I'm comparing it to like breathing. You got to inhale and you have to exhale. Like, which one is more valuable? You'll die if you don't do either. You know what I mean? You can't do one without the other. But there's a space between the inhale and the exhale. There's a space right between there, which is the bottom, is the crossover point. You know what I mean? So it's unrecognizable. It's something that we don't really take significant part of. But you gotta fully exhaust the gas to exchange to receive the other gas. So I just think that this is just, it's just we're nearing the bottom of the cycle or whatnot, and different things have to come forth. But the takeoff is going to be real. And again, we're not at the lows of 2017, 2015, 2013. It's just a recycling point.
Yeah.
Which it has to do. All markets have to do that. And it's healthy. You know what I mean? If it would have just kept cycling up, Bitcoin would have been $500,000. It would have been pandemonium.
Yeah.
And then
nobody would have stood a chance. Nobody would have had a chance to get in and like re-enter. It's all fair.
Yeah.
It's all fair. Yeah.
So yeah, these things are gonna definitely continue. But yeah, I just wanted to say, thanks for
that. Was a great analogy too, Jarrell. I could appreciate that. I might have to steal that from you about the inhale and the exhale, man. That was dope. That was definitely
I love like put like real. I believe that everything in life is a human.
Oh, you muted. You went out.
Got some calls coming in. Everything that we're trying to do as human beings is just trying to create that human experience in other factors. We're mimicking that. The car is that. The home is that. Our soul is in our body. We live in a home. The car, you put gas in the car. That exchange gas is just like our lungs exchange gases. The fluid is the blood. That it's just on and on and on. And you can't. We're not creating anything new. It's just redevelopment, you know what I mean? And copying without giving the creator, allegiance, basically. You know what I mean? So I think that's just what's going on. So we just got to take the fear out of it and just move forward.
Dude,
get your coins up and let's go.
Let's do it. Let's do it. It's been a great year, y'all. I'm just really excited. I'm gonna take like literally today to just sit back and kind of meditate, think about this year more, and continue to plan. I'm gonna continue to plan and just figure out what more we can offer in 2023 that we aren't offering now, and just continue to bring value. So with that being said, I just want to say thank you guys so much for being a part of Coffee and Crypto, being a part of the community that we're building here. I promise you that we won't stop. I promise you we're going to keep going. I'll see you all on Thursday. Thursday will be the last call. It'll be the 29th. So that'll be the last call. The last call, just like they say at the bar, last call for alcohol. So this is the last call to hop on before the new year comes in. And then we'll bring in, I believe the episode after that. Let me look at the calendar. But I think that's going to be a pretty special episode as well. That will be January 3rd. So after that, after the 29th, the next time I see y'all will be in 2023 on January 3rd. And we're going to pop it off with the next episode. So thank you so much. Y'all have an amazing day. Thank you for tuning in. And make sure you all just stay bullish on this content and continue to study. I'll talk to y'all soon.